After the Athenians overthrew Hippias, he would flee to Persia, seeking asylum. There, he would wait for an opportunity to retake his city. That opportunity came when the newly established Athenian democracy aided many Greek cities in Turkey in rebellion against the Persian Empire. Once the revolt was put down, the Persian king Darius the Great vowed to destroy Athens. In 492 BC, Darius launched his invasion into Greece, conquering Thrace and turning Macedonia into a puppet state. In 490, he launched another invasion, enslaving all of Eritrea and looting Naxos. The Aegean Sea and Greece's northern border were under Persian control. The Persians then sailed to the plain of Marathon, just north of Athens, to unload their troops. An Athenian force of 8,000 to 9,000 hoplites marched to Marathon to confront the Persians. On the way, 1,000 men from the small city-state of Plataea joined them, bringing their total force to about 10,000 men. The Spartans were unable to join them, as they were celebrating a religious festival at the time. This small army of 10,000 men wasn't just Greece's last line of defense, they were defending the entire Western world. If Persia wins this battle, nothing would have stopped them. And the Persian culture, not the Hellenic culture, would be the dominant force throughout the ancient world. History as we know it depends on this battle. For several days, the Greeks and Persians sat in their camps, waiting for the other to make a move. When the Athenian general, Miltiades, saw that the Persians had loaded their cavalry onto their ships, he decided to attack, as the Greek force had no archers or cavalry of their own. With weapons at the ready, the Greeks advanced. When they got in range of the Persian archers, they began to run, in full armor, down the slope towards the Persians on the beach. The Greeks on the flanks fared well, as they had a deep phalanx which was able to hold back the hordes of Persians. Although the Greeks in the center were pushed back as the line there had less men, the flanks then defeated the Persians that engaged them, and then turned to the center to help their comrades. Overcome by panic, the Persians fled to the ships, where many were killed either by their own soldiers or by the Greeks who pursued them. The Greeks had won. The Greeks sent a messenger to tell of the victory. After running the full 26 miles home, he announced the Athenian victory, then died from exhaustion. The Persian force then sailed to Athens, hoping to capture the city before the Greeks got there. Still in full armor, they marched to Athens to defend their homes for the second time. When the Persians saw the Greeks waiting for them, they abandoned their campaign and returned home. Darius never got the chance to rebuild his army, as he would die in 486 BC. His son, Xerxes, would gather an even larger army, and 10 years after the first invasion, he would march through Thrace to invade Greece. King Leonidas of Sparta would lead his bodyguard of 300 Spartans, as they were once again celebrating a religious festival. They were accompanied by the Thespians, Thebans, and a collection of hoplites from other city-states, bringing their total to 7,000. With the Greek fleet guarding the army's flank, Leonidas set up his defenses at the pass of Thermopylae. Partially rebuilding the Phocian wall and sending a force to guard the Anapeia Pass, which looped around the Greek position. After 4 days of waiting, Xerxes ordered the attack. Wave after wave of Persian light infantry crashed against the Greek phalanx. In the later afternoon of the first day, the elite Persian immortals, Xerxes' personal bodyguard, advanced. Just like their comrades before them, they were no match for the hoplites, so they withdrew. The second day of combat wasn't much different. The Greeks held their position, and Xerxes' way was still blocked. His fortunes would change when a local man seeking a reward, Ephialtes, told the Persians of the Anapeia Pass. All of the Persian immortals were sent. Bypassing the Greeks who guarded the pass, they marched to encircle Leonidas. These hoplites were able to send a messenger to warn of the encirclement, just before the immortals passed them. Leonidas sent most of the Greeks south in retreat. He and his bodyguard of 300, 700 Thespians, 900 Helots or Spartan slaves, and 400 Thebans stayed behind to act as a rear guard. The Persians quickly surrounded them and killed every one of them, except the Thebans, who surrendered. Following the battle, the Persians sacked Plataea and Thespia. Many cities, including Athens, were evacuated. Fortunately, the Greeks would achieve a major victory. Soon after, Themistocles, the Athenian admiral and politician, would defeat the Persian fleet at the Battle of Salamis. With his supply lines in danger, Xerxes fled with the majority of his army, leaving the rest to conquer the remaining city-states. This army was then destroyed by the Greeks at the Battle of Plataea. Plus, with another naval victory, the Persian fleet was essentially wiped out, ending any threat of invasion. The Greeks had achieved victory and defended their freedom, although a new war would erupt to see which city would control what Persia desired.